I want to cover a high performance session on influence just because that was our last session that Brennan did in HPA, High Performance Academy. The one thing I've learned here, and it's really come in the last year for me as well. So as I look, I've created something cool in the real estate industry, right? A business. I think if you looked at, say 1,000 teams that their team leaders were out of production, I'd probably be in the top 10% of those 1,000 teams where the team leader was out of production, or however many teams there would be, in terms of really owning a self-managed company. But the thing that I've learned here, so as I look to go from 425 or so sides this year to 1,200 in Charlotte to 10,000 families served per year, ultimately, that it's really, really pushing me to change some of my beliefs. So I used to have this belief that, and I had it, I didn't have it when I was I do think a lot of you have it, you get to the point where you're 30, 40, 50 transactions, pretty good life. You get some leverage through an admin, and that's kind of where you want to stop. So for me, I could have stopped where I was and had a business that throws off a good amount of cash. I could have one person manage it, but it's really selling myself short. And now that I've made these big commitments, so the commitment, courage, capability, confidence, the 4 C's that we've talked about, it's really challenging me to step up my leadership skills. And so I'm consuming everything I possibly can now when it comes to leadership. So the lead in here is, how do we create change? Could you truly teach yourself how to be a leader? Many of us know best business practices and truths, but far fewer actually embody them in their businesses. Change is a process that happens over time, and it's difficult. The whole point of Real Estate B School coaching is to get you through those times of change as quickly and painlessly as possible. Resistance is common, but remember that long-lasting change doesn't happen overnight. So many of you, when good example, he's on the line. I won't speak to him specifically, but you go out to hire, your first set of buyer's agents, and you go through all this effort recruiting, and then you train 3 agents, and then 3 months later you have 1 agent left, and it's pretty disheartening, right? But you've got to realize that that's just part of the process, and it doesn't happen overnight. And you're that experience. So the only thing I can coach you to in that situation is to keep recruiting, all the time recruiting. And you're going to learn and learn and learn, step up, learn how to be a manager, and then get leverage, get a little bit out of production, give away buyers, and then step into the leadership position. Quick fixes often backfire, waste your time, energy, resources. Bad agent hires, outsourcing inside sales. I think half of the group here has made poor decisions with offloading the most important thing in their business, which is lead conversion. Ineffective team management, agents doing their own thing, etc. You will never be finished with this process, the process of change. It is an absolute journey. All right, one quote here from Michael Gerber, and then I'm going to open up for questions. The difference between great people and everyone else is that great people create their lives actively, while everyone else is created by their lives, passively waiting to see where life takes them next. The difference between the two is living fully and just existing.